Hello everyone, today we are going to create this stunning Vox-Style graph animation. This will be super useful when you are playing with the numbers or showing some data during your documentary or other kind of videos. So without wasting time, let's get started. So just creating new composition, let's call it master and 9020 1080 and 30 frames per second and 15 second would be enough. Click OK and we are in our new composition. Alright, so if you are not concerned about the dimension, you can start on your own. But if you are recreating some reference, then you must have this screenshot. Like I have this one screenshot, so that I will have this reference and I can create exactly the kind of dimension I am needing. So all the assets lies in the link below in the description. You can just click it and download it. Let's reduce its opacity. Right, this will be fine. Alright, let's lock it. So this is the cholera map PNG file. It's actually a big file. Press S on the keyboard and let's scale it down. Alright, so this is this much so that we can read this text over the map. Alright, so now if you look in the original video, it is kind of black background. So most of the beginner, what they do, they try to change the blending mode. They may add this solid layer. Okay, and if you put it below the map and if you change this blending mode like kind of subtract or difference, then you will get this kind of effect. But if you look at the original reference, it is not so. Even if you change this opacity, you will not get the exact effect. So how to do that? Let me show you. So let me delete this. Okay, add this effect known as tint effect. Okay, select it and add it over here. Alright, so you have added the tint effect. Now click on this swap colors and you have this kind of. Alright, and you want to change this white color to kind of you need. See here, it is changing. So if you want like this, you can have. Alright, I am keeping like this. Okay, for timing, let's just hide this screenshot. Alright, so we have achieved the desired look. But if you want to have some polished look, then what you can do, just add the adjustment layer. Let's rename it as gradient. Okay, and add this gradient ramp effect. Alright, change this center to here. Okay, and change this to radial ramp. So we have this. Okay, and change this end to over here. Can change the scatter blending. Alright, then you can change this blending mode to overlay. So you will have this kind of effect. Even I can swap the colors. Okay, and if I want, I can just increase this blending effect. Okay, like this. Okay, so this is how you can play. So this is before, this is after. Alright, even you can add new adjustment layer. Okay, and you can add this blur effect. Let's add the Gaussian blur. Only mine. Even you can reduce to 5. Alright, so this is before, this is after. Even later you can change this opacity of this map. I am changing this opacity to around 40%. Okay, even you can play with this color. So this is how you can play with this ramp also. Okay, so we have this our background ready. Okay, now switch on this screenshot. Let's draw the line. So select this pen tool, fill to, done, and stroke to solid stroke, and you can keep the 5 pixel. Okay, then put the first point here, then keep holding shift, second point over here, and the last point. So we have our line ready. Now let's rename it as a axis. First add everything, then we will animate. Okay, now let's add this dotted line. So dotted line is not visible, so let's change the opacity. Okay, now we have dotted line visible. Okay, so now let's add the dotted line. So without selecting any layer, or press F2 and select this point. All right, and keep holding shift. Add the last point over here. All right, so this is the line first. Let's rename it as. Okay, now just place it below this axis. So it is a dotted line, so let's make it. So go to the content, shape, and you have stroke. Okay, so just click on this plus icon, so it will have the dashes. So adjust the dashes, so around 39 or 40 would be. Okay, let's make it 40. All right, so let us now opacity to around 20. All right, this is enough. Okay, we will animate it later and duplicate also. Okay, now let's add the text. So select text. Let's add this text. Let's select this Arial black. Okay, Arial black, and let's color out fixing. Let us write our text. Let's increase the size. Hold command and double click on this icon, so this anchor point will be in the center, because we are going to animate this text. All right, so we have line, we have text. Now let's add the numbers and this other labels. Okay, select text. Let's add this number 60,000. Okay, let's reduce the size to around 35 or maybe 30. All right, 30 is good. Maybe 20. All right, so now if you see the original animation, it is having kind of slide up animation. Okay, so let's go to effects and presets. Here we have this default presets, animation preset that we can use. So go to animation presets, and from here you select text, and in text you have animate in. So in animate in you have this slide up by word. So just select it and add over it. So it will have this slide up, but you can see that it is sliding from far from the below. So we can select and we can modify it. So go to this range selector, and this is the position value. See, so if you make it 0, so it will slide from there only. See, okay, we don't want that, so let's make it around 20 or maybe 30. 30 would be enough, so it will slide from here. All right, so we have our text animation. Now if you see, the most of the text is having this kind of animation, numbers and everything. Okay, so just duplicate it, select it, and then hold shift and bring it down. Select it and change the value, or do the same for the rest of the thing, or even you can add the transform effect and you can just change the text. Okay, now similarly duplicate again one of the text. Okay, pick this one and just move it over here. Okay, and write down the. So if you want to change it to something else, let us select this Helvetica bold. You can do that. So selecting of font and everything, it's up to you. Okay, then again duplicate it. Okay, select it and place it over here. Again duplicate it and do the same for the rest of the numbers. Okay, now select this all the numbers, and this is the trick to place it uniformly. select this distribute layers. If this panel is not visible, make sure that you have checked this align icon. Okay, then click on this distribute horizontally, and there will be equal spaces between this text. Okay, now let's change the text so it is a alright. So we have our animation. Now let us add this bars. Okay, so select this rectangle tool, okay, without selecting any layer, or press F2. We will be adding this shapes. Okay, so select like this. All right, stroke to no and fill to solid white. Click OK, and just place these edges just in the center or center of this line, because we are going to place this shape behind the line, so it will be hide behind the line. Okay, you can rename it as 803331 first shape. Okay, similarly, without selecting any layer, just draw the rest of the shapes. Okay, so after creating these bars, just select them and put them behind the axis layer. Alright, so almost everything is ready, and now we can animate the things. Okay, even you can just duplicate this and just shift it over here, and then you can just edit it like source. Okay, let's reduce this opacity to around 40%. Okay, so now let's animate it. So our first animation is of this text. So let's bring this text in the center. Go to alignment and just click on the center, so the text would be in the center. So select this text preset that we used for our previous animation, slide up by word. Can add to this. Okay, this is slide up by the. Okay, then go to setting and change this position to around 20. Okay, so it comes from here only. Okay, so once this text animate, it again moves to this position. Okay, so let's press P for the position, add keyframe to it. Let us take it over here, then around here it will animate and change its position to here. Alright, select both the keyframe, press F9 for easy ease, and you can change the speed graph. Make sure that you are editing the speed graph. Click on this icon. If it is small or not appearing, then we can just smoothen it out by changing the graph, so it will come and then move upwards. Okay, so the first thing happening is the text animation, then rest of the thing is happening. So around 6 frame or so, select all the layer up to here, then deselect this 2 layer by holding the command, this one and this one, and then move all those layers to around. Alright, so this is it. Okay, so we have this first this text animation, then we have other animation. So after this text is animated, this line animation is happening. Okay, so now select the line or the axis. Okay, open it, click add and add trim paths. Okay, go to this trim path, and if you see, look at the line, and if you change this, you can see that it is changing the line. So let's make it 0. Okay, and after here we want to animate, so around here just add keyframe to end, around 3 seconds or so, make it 100%. Okay, select both the keyframe, press F9, go to graph editor by clicking on this icon, select it and make it slow. Okay, so there will be, it is fast and then it will slow down just like that. Alright, even you can expand this keyframe, then we can animate the graphs. Okay, so to animate this graph, select all the graphs, press S on the keyboard. Okay, then unlink this X and Y scale. Once our line start finish animation, we can animate the graph. From anchor point it will expand or reduce, even for the circle or any other shape. So that is the importance of anchor point. So just select it, and I am using this free plugin motion tool. You can directly click on this, so all the anchor point will come to the base. If you don't have the plugin, you can individually select and just select this pan behind tool and just manually select the anchor point and bring it to the base. So around 2 seconds we can start. So add keyframe to scale, come to around 3 seconds or so, and add another keyframe. Come to this original keyframe and make it 0. So you have this kind of animation. Okay, now select all the keyframe, press F9 for ease, go to graph editor, change this graph like this. So there will be a slow movement of the graph. Okay, so this is the graph animation. So we have this first text animation, and okay, then this dotted line. Okay, so this dotted line are animated along with this line. So select this dotted line, on it, add trim path effect, go to trim path, and again from here it will start. So select and add keyframe, make it 0 for a small period of time and make it 100. Okay, so it will get animated. Press F9 after selecting them and do the same. Okay, even you can just expand it. Okay, now let us close this, hide this screenshot so we can easily see it. So this come text, then this line. We can make it fast. Okay, even we can change this layer to like here, the rest of the animation. Change this keyframe for this line around here. Okay, duplicate this line. Okay, and change its position to, okay, again duplicate and change its position to over here. Okay, so now last thing is this background, this map background behind it, it is moving, and at the same time this map is kind of zoom in. Okay, so we can achieve it by using the nulls. But before that, let's add the motion to this map. Press P for the position, and once this map animation is over, it start the movement. Okay, so let's add position keyframe, change the position just like this, over and slight movement. Okay, so come to last frame and just try to give some movement and select both the keyframe, press F9. Alright, so now our background is moving, but at the same time this graph is zooming. So you can group all the layer, make it pre-comp, and then you can zoom it, or just what you can do, just you can add the new null object. Okay, you can add the new null object and select this all the layer except this adjustment layer and the map itself. Okay, select them and parent them. So select parent as a null. Okay, if this thing is not visible, then click on this toggle switches mode, or you can just right click and you can select this parent and link if it is hiding. Okay, so from there you can make it visible. Okay, so now it is parented to null. Okay, and from here only, from this around here only, it is scaling. So press S for the scale, add keyframe, then just move to last frame and increase the scale. So everything is scaling up. Then select this with the keyframe, press F9 for ease, and that is it. You have this map animation ready. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to leave us like, subscribe the channel, hype if you like it more. See you in the next one. Bye bye.